This is Scotland at its absolute finest.
Welcome to Cabot Highlands and one of my favourite golf courses in Scotland, Castle Stuart. On this video we play 5 great holes on a beautiful evening in the Scottish Highlands.
I'm here hitting my 3rd shot on the 2nd hole here at Castle Stuart, and we're already seeing what Castle Stuart's all about. Incredible green sites with loads of fun shots. I mean, no surprise that 2 of the best short game players won here. Alex Noren, famous short game, and Phil Mickelson won here before going to win back-to-back at Muirfield for his first and only Open Championship. I'm playing downwind here, it's probably 50 yards. It's a very hard shot, the wind makes it even harder. I've got to land it short left and just hope that it stays on top of that plateau, but these are the shots that I think, you know, myself, hopefully you guys all love to experience, and this is what Scottish golf's all about. Okay, that ran on about 15 feet, but I'm very happy with that. That's how I visioned that shot, and what a view. Looking north to the Scottish Highlands. What a place. I wish you could smell what I can smell here on the 2nd green. The sea smell, the fresh Scottish breeze. There's a real sense of being alive here on the links. And I've got a birdie putt. And it's a tap-in par 5. We'll take that. How can you not love this? That's the Scottish Highlands. There's a real sense of being near a big city like Inverness here, but you're also on the edges of the Scottish Highlands. You're on the edges of remoteness. You're on the edges of escaping from your busy life. And when you're out here at Castle Stuart, you kind of feel like you're the only one here, which is really nice. And let's look at this view. Wow. So as the crow flies, Royal Doric is that way. We're only 2 miles from Inverness Airport. I mean, in terms of being your first or last golf course, Castle Stuart and Inverness area is perfect. And what's not to love about that? Who doesn't love a drivable par 4, and they don't come much prettier than the 3rd hole at Castle Stuart. Look at that green site. The inside joke at Castle Stuart, they don't like filming this hole when the tide's out, which it is at the moment, but you can imagine that as the tide is in, you've got water behind, you've got infinity green, which is very much a theme here at Castle Stuart, is trying to get to these high points and these great expanses and great views. But yeah, I'm going to probably drive into some trouble here. That's what short par 4s normally encourage you to do, but it's about 260 yards to the front. And that wasn't my best, but it's bouncing there, and I'll have a fun little chip coming up. So I've just finished up short of the drivable 3rd hole here, and I mentioned the playability of the fairways, but the rough here, they really make an effort of thinning out this rough and keeping the natural kind of fescue grasses, so you'll always get your ball in this rough, which makes it playable and makes it enjoyable. And I wouldn't say this is the optimal angle to be hitting your 2nd shot from. Pretty good. So these are called eyelids, grassy bunkers, and again speaks to that playability factor. So instead of having a big sandy bunker that people can't get out of, they create these beautiful grassy bunkers, and it just gives you choices. You can either, I guess, putt it around it or hit a little bump and run. This is where Phil Mickelson hitting that incredible flop shot, and it was just Phil Mickelson at his absolute best, showcasing his incredible short game. And I just love the aesthetic, and if anything, this minimalistic feature here at Castle Stuart epitomises what I love about this place. It's so minimal, it's so understated, it's so classy, and it's so thoughtful. I'm delighted with the result there. I had no shot from the angle I was at, very little green to work with, and okay, it was only 50 yards, but I've left myself a lovely chance for a birdie at this par 4. Golf at its finest. Scotland at its finest. What a place. And while we're here on the 3rd hole, as the train goes by, we look towards the new course here at Castle Stuart, and that is Tom Doak who's designing that. That should be open for play next year, and we will bring you content from there. So like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. There's plenty more content to go. We're just getting started. So 3rd hole now, and it's the 3rd of 3 consecutive holes, and it might not be the most amazing hole, but you couldn't not include a hole that has you hitting at a 300-year-old Scottish castle, Castle Stuart. We're on the green, and This YouTube channel is to try and inspire and educate people to come to Scotland, and I'm passionate about people coming to Scotland and travelling anywhere, but obviously golfers want to travel for unique golf experiences, and it doesn't become any more unique than hitting at a really old Scottish castle. Hit it. Not to worry, it's another par. So 11th hole now, Castle Stuart. Rumour has it there was a lot of back and forth about the design of this hole, what angle it played at. You can see here if you miss short right, which is a popular miss for obviously all us amateur golfers, you don't have a massive penal. You've got a shot you can putt or you can chip. But 130 yards today into a bit of a wind with an incredible backdrop, and you can see the light is just perfect. Oh, sit! We're on dry land just as the Murray Firth lurks behind. Just chucked a ball down here in one of these greenside bunkers, and I wanted to speak to like the rugged nature of it. They wanted to keep it quite natural looking. These are how the bunkers used to be back when golf started here a couple hundred years ago. The sheep would just like sleep around here and create these little bare patches of sand on the links land, and there's something raw and authentic about it, and we'll see how we get on. Oh, I think that went in. I'll hit the flag. Hit the flag. You'll hear that back. Here's an idea for any golf club general managers that are watching. This course is super quiet. I mean, I love playing at this time of day when the courses are quiet. The water is a bit still. You've got the wind that's died down. You've got the amazing shadows. The contours really come out. Why don't golf clubs charge a little bit more to play at this time instead of charging a little bit less? This is Scotland at its absolute finest. So the 14th and final hole, Castle Stuart, is the 14th. maybe not the most dramatic of land, but all the holes need to get back to the viewing point, and this 14th hole is a great example of just great golf architecture. I'm not going to school you on that because I don't think I'm knowledgeable enough, but I have an appreciation for it. And the first challenge is to navigate the centre line fairway bunker. I'll see you down there. Right, 147 yards. Let's go with me. And this is a great example. That green looks so thin from here. We're going to make sure we hit enough club. Oh, it needs to go. Sit. Okay, I still see it. Not too bad. And as you see, we're heading back to the clubhouse. This is about 9 PM in May. Great light. You can see all the shadows. And about this area of Scotland, so this is the gateway to the Highlands, Inverness. Perfect place to start or end a golf trip to Scotland. And also a great place to go with a family or a spouse. I always say the Highlands is quieter. It's almost quintessentially Scotland. You've got lochs, you've got castles, you've got outdoor walks. It really is the perfect place to go for a Scottish golf trip, but maybe one that is less intensive, that has a bit less of a focus on golf. The courses that you'd also play in this region is Nairn, which is just up the road here, probably a 10, 15, 20 minute drive, and then across the Keswick Bridge, Royal Dornoch, you've got Brora, you've got countless others inland. But it really is a special part of the world and one of my favourite parts of Scotland. Talking to the design philosophy of Castle Stuart again, but look at how they just give you peaks of the water. And this green's positioned in a way that gives you that little peak of the water's edge. And it was a short iron and I actually hit too much club. But look at this green. I mean, I only had a short iron in my hand, but look at this, how small this green is. Some of the shots you'll leave yourself. I've left myself a pretty smelly chip. And the putting surfaces here at Castle Stuart are some of the best. Pure fescue greens, big putting areas, large slopes where you can hit putts, chips, any club in your bag really. And I swear this is going to be a one-take wonder. I've got no idea how to navigate. Oh, it's so good. Glenn, is that any good? So I hope you've enjoyed a little glimpse of Castle Stuart. I've certainly got Castle Stuart to thank for encouraging my love of Scottish golf. They've been great supporters of me. The 2016 Scottish Open was where I guess I got my ticket to the world of content, and here we are back at the very start of this YouTube channel, making another par. So thanks to Castle Stuart and everyone at Cabot for having us here. Thanks to Glenn behind the camera for doing all the hard work. And hopefully you've enjoyed. So like and subscribe to the Linksland YouTube channel and all our other social media channels. We'll see you on the links.